Welcome to Wisdom of the Bible channel. It's possible you've heard of the name Muhammad. For those who don't know, Muhammad was the founder of Islam, the Islamic religion. In this video, I will cover the origins of Muhammad and talk a little bit about the Islamic religion. Therefore, if you are not familiar with the origin and history of Muhammad, I invite you all to stay until the end. It would be great if you could leave your likes, comments, subscribe to the channel, and share with others so that they can also get to know the origins of Muhammad and Islam, the religion of the Arab people. That said, let's delve into the origin and history of Muhammad. In Arabic, Muhammad, better known as Muhammad, was an Arab religious, social, and political leader and the founder of the Islamic religion. According to Islamic doctrine, he was divinely inspired to preach and confirm the monotheistic teachings transmitted by Adam, Abraham, Moses, and Jesus, as well as other prophets. In Islam, it is believed that he is the seal of the prophets. Muhammad unified Arabia under a single Muslim policy, with the Quran and its teachings and practices forming the basis of Islamic religious belief. He was born around 570 AD in the city of Mecca, located in Riyadh. His father was Abdullah ibn Abdul Muttalib, son of the Quraysh tribal leader Abdul Muttalib ibn Hashim, who died a few months before Muhammad's birth. Abdul Muttalib was a prominent leader in Mecca and the head of the Hashemite clan before being succeeded by his son Abdullah. He was also responsible for rebuilding the Kaaba, one of the holiest sites in Islam, after it was damaged by flooding. His mother, Amina bint Wahb, also died when Muhammad was about 6 years old, leaving him an orphan. He was raised under the care of his grandfather Abdul Muttalib and his paternal uncle Abu Talib, who was Abdullah's brother and a respected figure in the Meccan community. Abu Talib guided Muhammad during his early years. He was a prosperous merchant, and despite facing some financial difficulties, he treated Muhammad with care and protection. Muhammad used to periodically isolate himself in a cave on Mount Hira, also called Gar Hira, to spend nights in prayer. This cave is about 3 kilometers north of Mecca, in Saudi Arabia. When Muhammad was about 40 years old, around 610 AD, he reported an angelic visit by Gabriel, Jibril in Arabic, in that cave, receiving his first revelation from God. In 613 AD, he began to publicly preach these revelations, declaring to everyone that God, or Allah in Arabic, is one, and that complete submission to him is the true path. He presented himself as a prophet and messenger of God, following previous prophets of Islam and even Judaism. Historical accounts state that Muhammad's early followers were few and faced much hostility from the polytheists in Mecca for around 13 years. To escape these persecutions, Muhammad sent some followers to the kingdom of Aksum in 615 AD, which included parts of southern Arabia and northern Africa in what is now Abyssinia. The kingdom of Aksum was an ancient realm in Ethiopia and Eritrea, significant in trade routes of that era. Its capital was Aksum, an influential hub politically, culturally, and commercially. It thrived during the early centuries of the Christian era and played a vital role in commerce between Africa, the Arabian Peninsula, India, and the Roman Empire. Moreover, the kingdom of Aksum was the first African state to embrace Christianity as its official religion in the 4th century AD. The Christian king, called the Negus or Najashi, ruled Aksum at the time Muhammad's followers took refuge there. Muslims hold him in high regard for his fair and tolerant approach toward those seeking sanctuary in his territory. Later, Muhammad and his followers migrated from Mecca to Medina, then known as Yathrib, in late 622 AD. This event is known as the Hijra and marks the start of the Islamic calendar. In Medina, Muhammad united the tribes under the Constitution of Medina. In December 629 AD, after intermittent conflicts over 8 years with Meccan tribes, he assembled 10,000 Muslim converts and advanced on Mecca. Muhammad's conquest of Mecca faced little resistance, and he took the city in 632 CE with minimal conflict. A few months after completing a farewell pilgrimage, he fell ill and passed away. By the time of his death, most of the Arabian Peninsula had adopted the Islamic religion. His reported revelations, known as Al-Wahy, sign of God, were recorded as Quranic verses, which Muslims see as the word of God forming the foundation of Islam. Alongside the Quran, Muhammad's teachings and actions, referred to as Sunnah, and preserved in Hadith literature, also shape Islamic law today. Now, some interesting points about Muhammad's lineage. Many believe he was a direct descendant of Ishmael, through his father, descending from one of Ishmael's sons, or at least from a descendant named Adnan. While the dominant belief is that Muhammad's line goes back to Ishmael, some hold speculative views that he might have mingled with other Arab groups, like the Midianites or other children of Abraham through Keturah. However, the widespread consensus is that he was primarily Ishmaelite. Regarding his physical attributes, some writings by his companions describe him like this. God's messenger Muhammad was neither very tall nor very short, neither absolutely white nor dark brown in color. His hair was neither curly nor lank. They also say, when God took him, he had only 20 white hairs on his head and beard. Such descriptions aim to show what he looked like according to Islamic tradition, although accounts can vary among sources. It is generally stated that he displayed features typical of a Semitic man, with skin neither very pale nor dark, a moderate stature, and hair that was neither tightly curled nor straight. Concerning Muhammad's wives, some accounts list 11, while others say 13. Among his most recognized spouses are Khadija, Sada, and Aisha. It is believed he died in 632 AD, in June, likely at about 62 years old, although some references say 61. Some maintain he passed away at 62 in the city of Medina. He founded Islam and is said to have had 3 sons and 4 daughters, most of whom were born to his first wife Khadija, except for one son named Ibrahim, who was born to Mary. Yet many Shiite Muslims assert Fatima was his only biological daughter. Additionally, he had an adopted son named Zayd ibn Haritha. Muhammad was part of the Quraysh tribe, recognized as having Ismaili roots, specifically the Banu Hashim clan, a branch of the Quraysh. There is also a narrative that during his initial preaching, numerous Arabs suggested his experiences were not divine, but merely a jinn, an ancient Arabian spirit, deceiving him. This viewpoint was relatively common in his era, though most Muslim Arabs reject that claim, insisting that the angel Gabriel, not a jinn, brought him revelations. Medina, where Muhammad is buried, holds the Prophet's Mosque, a revered site for Muslims. It is considered a place of solace and peace, and many pilgrims visiting Mecca also go there. I hope you enjoyed this account of Muhammad's origins, which introduced the Islamic faith, now the official religion in much of the Arab world, and certain North African nations of Arab or Berber heritage. Please share in the comments what you know about this historic figure, Muhammad. Leave your likes. If you haven't subscribed yet, feel free to do so, and let us know if you'd enjoy more content about other significant individuals. See you soon.